So she gave me pethidine. And hey, that was when I knew that it's easy to be drug addicted, though. It's easy to be addicted. That thing was heavenly. Oh. Hey, it was heavenly. As they give me the thing, when it kicked in like this, I was just, I was floating. I was seeing myself singing with the angels in the sky. I was just like, oh my God. I did not remember any pain. My head was just flying. I loved it. Eh? What's up, guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Chioma. If you're seeing this face for the first time, girl or guy, you're in the right place. Just hit the subscription button and join the family, and give this video a thumbs up already, because I'm about to give you sizzling hot story. If you've been following me, you guys know that I actually love to tell stories, and I've not been doing much of that on this channel, but today I have a hot story to share. Actually, my son, my baby Zion, has just turned 6 months old, 6 months of age. Hey, that sounds like a lot. 6 months sounds like a lot. Trust me, judging from where we're coming, it actually sounds like a lot. Yes, he just turned 6 months of age, and I was like, you know what? What other best time do I have to actually share the story of his birth, how it was? It's my first baby, first pregnancy, and I was like, I'm just gonna share this story today because why not? Okay, so pregnancy with Zion was actually a very smooth one. Considering that it was my first pregnancy, I would say it was quite smooth, right? And I didn't have any issues. I actually felt good until the last month, actually, the ninth month of pregnancy, when the whole hormone just turned me upside down. I wake up in the morning like this and I will see my face. I'll be like, Jesus, who is this? It will be like, make ground open so I can enter. I just felt like this isn't me. And the whole change was rapid in the ninth month. With the whole facial changes and pregnancy changes, I felt I was sick for, I think I had like fever for 2 days or so. I noticed that baby didn't really move that much. It's not like he wasn't moving. He was moving, but not as he was doing before. So that was a change in movement. That was a change in pattern from what I usually knew. So I reported to the A&E. I went to the A&E to complain to them that, okay, baby didn't move. It's not like I'm so concerned, but you guys say, tell us when baby is not moving. So here I am. So I told them, and they did CTG. So I did the first check-in, and they were like, everything is all right. It's just with certain movement, baby's heartbeat tend to go higher. And then when I relax, it settles back, but they're not too concerned. So they were not telling me that you should start considering induction. I was like, yeah, we're still in 38 weeks. You guys chill. I just came to, be a good person, a good mom, and tell you guys that something, but the baby is not moving. Not that I want to be induced. Mind you, my baby's EDD, like when he was going to come, was 25th December. Guys, why would I want to induce labor before 25th December? Why would I want to miss all the Christmas rice? Why would I want to miss chicken and all of that, and just go and lie in the hospital that they are inducing? And mind you, induction can also fail. So when people are enjoying at home and eating rice and chicken, I should just be at home, being induced. Don't mind me. It's all funny now because nothing happened. But yes, if it was actually needed, I would have done that. So they now from the 39 weeks, they now booked me for CTG every day on daily basis. I should just come to the fetal monitoring unit and let them monitor the fetus. And then they said the induction must happen at 40 weeks. And that 40 weeks was, I think, 24th of December, Christmas Eve. So I just begged them. I was like, please, I know that, yes, I understand the risk and everything. Can I just like stay Christmas at home, and then on the 26th I just come over to the hospital? And they're like, that's fine. At least I'm going to sit at home and enjoy my Christmas. So yes, that's how I enjoyed Christmas. I went for parties, I ate, Throughout my pregnancy, I didn't have issues with eating, but that particular 25th, I double ate. Guys, I ate and I ate and I ate. And I danced a lot as well. I tried to do a lot to make labor come naturally. It's not like I was just sitting down, I was, putting myself to work, but yeah, it didn't happen. And then the next day being 26, I just packed my bag. Casually wearing my robro gown, just casually dragged myself to the hospital. Yes, the hormones and everything had kicked in at this time. I could tell, my movements, my working wasn't the same. I think baby has actually like descended, engaged sort of. They started the induction after all of the prepping and stuff. They started the induction. So they gave me something intravaginally. It's a prostaglandin, if I can't remember. They gave me one of the prostaglandins. My husband was there with me. I was just, chilling, just lying down. I wasn't feeling anything. And I was hoping really that my husband would sleep, at least with me at the hospital. And then the midwife came, and then she was like, that they're not allowing visitors in induction unit. So sadly, I had to tell my husband goodbye. Eventually, when one of the midwives that was on night duty came, we found out that it was our church member. It was one of the sisters in church, and it was very reassuring to see somebody you actually know in this kind of situation. I felt like, woo, thank you, Jesus. And that was also what gave my husband the more courage and reassurance to actually leave. He was like, yeah, you're in good hands at all. So if you're watching this, Sister NK, thank you. You actually really, really reassured me. And that was nice. She was really good. It's not because I know her, but she was really good at her job. She gave me the first dose of her own shift that night, and then repeated again in the morning before she left. She came around, she said goodbye to me when she was leaving from her night shift, and that was it. So I was just there, it was morning. I didn't really sleep all night, because not because it wasn't quiet. The environment was soothing and calm like they said it should be, but the checking was too much. So I was on this monitor, that CTG monitor, all night. They were monitoring my baby movement, heart rate, and everything. So it was either one of them coming in to say, you're not lying on on the right side, you're lying on the back. Baby doesn't like this position, baby doesn't like that position. That's just everything I was hearing all night. Can you please change your position? Can you please? I was like, oh my God, what does this baby want me to do? So I couldn't really lie in a comfortable position, right? So that was what made me not sleep very well that night. In the morning, when the doctors finally came to see me, they're like, hey, they're a bit concerned about how the baby's heart rate is, falling and rising with positioning and all, and they can't really tell what's making baby's heart rate to be so erratic. So they were like, okay, we're going to be monitoring you. We may not give you another prostaglandin because we think you're contracting a bit too much. That's what they said, but I'm not feeling it. Like, I don't feel like I'm contracting a bit too much. It was even that in the morning that I started feeling a little bit of pain, like that something was happening. All throughout the night, I didn't feel anything. I just know I felt more heavy, and it was more difficult for me to walk, right? So, but in the morning, I started feeling like, yes, they're actually doing something to me. But the doctors were like, the monitor is showing them, more contractions on the monitor, and they may stop the prostaglandin because the baby probably doesn't like the induction. I was like, this whole story is not coming together. Lord Jesus. But I was like, no problem. I'm not gonna panic. I'm just gonna be okay. So they started serving other people breakfast, yeah. Started giving people, no, not breakfast, not relationship breakfast. They started serving food, like morning food for other patients, and nobody brought food towards my corner. I was like, what's happening? What is happening, guys? I am hungry. Baby is hungry. I need to eat. So I was planning how to go to the kitchen to get food before one of the day staff, the day midwife, actually came to me, and she said to me, we're going to be transferring you from this unit to another unit where you would have a midwife one-to-one. I was like, which unit? And she said, they're taking me to delivery suite. I was like, why? Because I remember during my labor planning, I didn't indicate that I want to deliver in delivery suite. I wanted a midwife-led unit. So the child transferred me to that delivery suite. And when I got there, I noticed the couch that is in the delivery suite is different from the one in the induction unit. This particular couch in delivery suite is the proper delivery couch that has things where you hang your legs. I was like, what is happening? The last time I checked, they said they could barely fit a finger in. Why am I in the delivery suite? So the midwife reassured me that she not worry, it's still her that is going to be here taking my delivery. That no doctors have to come in if they don't need to come in, but I just need to be here because they want to monitor me, continuously and closely and close to the doctor, so that in case they need them, they will come in. I was like, okay, fine. She just told me call your husband to come in as well. So I called my husband. I said, come and find me. Oh, they've transferred your wife from where she was to another place. Come to delivery seat and find me. 30 minutes after he came, my midwife was already speaking to me about rupturing my membrane, like rupturing the waters. I was like, I don't understand. But right now, all I just want is for the baby to be safe and for myself to be safe as well. So they ruptured my membrane, which was very painful. It was very painful, with equipment and everything. And they just, I think that was the height of the pain, but it was very sharp and fast, but it was very painful. And then they ruptured the membrane, and next thing, water was everywhere. I was like, okay, what does this mean now? What if I don't die? There was a lot of what ifs and fear, but I didn't just want to be afraid. Thank God for the calm and soothing environment. Okay, so they still kept me on that monitor. They didn't give me food. They didn't let me walk around, just like every other pregnant woman should be walking around to fasting everything. But I was just there on the couch, on my back. It was killing. But thank God for the couch. You can actually put yourself in sitting position, lying position. But I wasn't just like allowed to lie on my side or walk around or do stuff that I wanted to do. So I just lay there, listening to the calm, soft music my husband was playing in the background, gospel, soft music, food to the spirit. So next thing, the midwife said she was going to start me on oxytocin infusion. That one they call like the hot drip. Yeah, she was going to start it. So I was like, okay, bring it on. She be in an induction. I'm here already. People should do with me what you want to do with me. So they started the induction, the infusion. It is such that they were increasing the drops. This one is not reducing the drops, it's increasing. Like maybe they started with 2 drops per second or per minute, then they increased it, increased it. So when the thing hits, it really hits. I knew that this is what they call labor pain. But I wasn't still shouting, because I have seen a lot of people shouting, a lot of pregnant women shouting, both the ones I delivered and the ones that my other colleagues delivered. So I just felt like it should get to the point where I get to shout, but I wasn't shouting. I was just so much in pain, and I wasn't really talking, and I was just tired. So at some point I asked for painkillers, although they have this gas and air, something that they said we should be inhaling. They gave me air tonus or something, but it's gas and air. So it was supposed to help with the pain. But that thing did not help me. I don't know how it helps people, or who the people that it helps, what does it actually do for you? Because for me, it was not helpful at all. I was inhaling that thing. Instead of it to take my pain away, it was even making me feel sick. Like I wanted to vomit. Like I was feeling so nauseous with that stuff. It wasn't helping me at all. So I just asked them, can you give me something else? Give me something else, people of God. I cannot bear this any longer, please. So the midwife said, okay, they were going to start me, and they were going to give me pethidine. So I said, okay, I've not had any one of them. Anything I can give me, just give me. So she gave me pethidine. And hey, that was when I knew that it's easy to be drug addicted, though. It's easy to be addicted. That thing was heavenly. Hey, it was heavenly. As they gave me the thing, when it kicked in like this, I was floating. I was seeing myself singing with the angels in the sky. I was just like, oh my God. I did not remember any pain. My head was just flying. I loved it. That I didn't even remember I was lying on the couch. I even slept off, very deep sleep. It was short but very deep, and I enjoyed it. When I woke up, I still was in the effect of the pethidine. I just said, I think I was now, what woke me up was I was feeling like seriously pressed, like I wanted to wee. So the midwife, she still left the monitoring band on me, right? But she said I could go with my husband accompanying me. So when I stood up to walk with the effect of this pethidine, hey, that was the best. As I was going like this, if I do like this, I'll do like this if I want to fall. They'll say, "Oh, hold her, hold her." I was like, say, "Don't fall, don't fall." I'll just be hearing those voices. It was echoing in my ear. I'll do like this. And I just, oh, it felt so good. Oh God. So that's how I staggered, and I went to the toilet to wee. When I sat there, no urine was coming. I just sat in the WC for long. I even slept up there. It was even later that my husband was telling me that I spent up to 30 minutes there. But I didn't even know. I was just feeling so good, but no wee was coming. I just constantly felt like I needed to wee. So I just eventually the midwife came and said, "You can't stay here any longer. You have to come back." So I came back to the delivery suite and I laid down. I kept complaining to them, "I need to wee, I need to wee, I need to wee." So they brought this in and out catheter something. They inserted it. There was no wee coming out. They told me there is no wee. There's probably the baby's head that is disturbing me. I said, okay. So I just lay there and then I kept complaining of the wee. And then I started complaining of I needed to poo. So the midwife said, "I'm going to check you now." She checked me and then she said I was 8.5 cm. I was like, what is 8.5? I've not heard this one before. I'm either 8 or 9. What is 8.5? So my husband was like, relax, chill. God is in control. Don't mind her. There's not like 8.5. You're probably 9 cm. So I just said, let me just be watching. I wasn't feeling any other serious pain, as in contraction, but I was just feeling like I needed to poo and I needed to wee. And I kept shouting and shouting, and the pressure, the discomfort from that feeling was so much. And I was like, I'm just going to poo here if you guys don't help me. And then the midwife now called doctors. Doctors were coming in one after the other, but they were so professional. Every time they came in, they just introduced themselves and told me what they were about to do and what they were about to check, what they were checking. So they kept checking the monitor. They would say, "The baby's heartbeat has dipped. Can you turn to this?" I'm like, "I can't turn anything because I need to poo." So eventually, they now told the midwife that take over. I think she's ready. I think one of the doctors checked me and said, "You are ready." Now told the midwife to take over the delivery, and he went out. The midwife said, "Okay, now listen to me and follow the instructions. Anything I tell you to do, just do. And before you know it, you're going to deliver." She told me to push with the next contraction. Now, here is where the confusion is. I didn't know what contraction was all about anymore because I stopped feeling pain in my belly area. All I was feeling was heaviness in my waist area. So I was like, what is contraction at this point? So she was now telling me with the monitor, "I think you're having contraction now. You need to make use of it and push with it." So I was just pushing. For me, I was pushing with the feeling that I needed to pull, not contraction, because I didn't know what the contraction was at that time. And I wanted to follow instructions, right? Exactly how they told me. So I pushed whenever I felt like I needed to pull, and then whenever she told me that I was having contraction, I pushed. But she said to me that you're shouting as you're pushing. Oh, I couldn't help it because I was shouting. I was shouting. She's like, "You're shouting as you're pushing. Now listen to me. You don't need to shout. Every time you have a contraction and you need to push, you just take all of the strength that you're using to shout, channel it inside, look on your belly, and just push it." I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna try." She said, "Do you hear me? You listen to me?" I said, "Yes." And she said to me that, "Remember, you're not doing this alone. You are pushing with your body. Your body is doing this. You have to trust your body, and you also have to trust your baby. Your baby is working hand in hand with you to come out safely. Your baby also needs to come out from that environment. So you have to trust your baby and you have to trust yourself." When he says push, push, I was like, good. That was very reassuring for me. I was like, okay. I was now trying anything she said I should do, I would do, but the pain and the discomfort was a bit much, and especially when the baby's head, I think, was about to come out with the hair and everything. It was as if I was having a serious burning sensation down there, serious burning one, and I couldn't just push any longer. She was just saying push. I was like, no, these people don't. She doesn't actually know what's happening. I think I'm dying, but she's telling me that the baby needs to come out. Is it just the baby that is more important than me? In my head, all these things were happening in my head. I was like, no, I'm not going to push any longer. I think I'm dying. But she kept telling me, baby's heart rate is dropping. Baby's heart rate is not good. Before she will look again, I think the heart rate will pick up again. And she was like, you need to push with the next contraction. The position of the baby is not good. She was saying that to me. And then my husband was on the other side telling me, baby, look on your this thing. Look on your navel and push. Baby, use the gas and air. Use the gas and air. If it's painful, use the gas. It was just, he was saying all those things. It was just entering out. I just turned around and said, what is this man saying? Use the gas and air, is that the only thing you can say? I told him, if that's the only thing you can say, don't talk again in this room. I don't want to hear your voice. The man just he just recoiled. He didn't say anything again. I was like, oh my God, which one is use the inhale it. It's not working. So that's how the midwife said I should push. I think I was having a bit of like I was hesitating to push. So at the heart rate for her that I see in the monitor, it dropped. But for me, all I could see that she pulled the emergency buzzer. Like she literally pulled the buzzer. I was just seeing doctors flying into the room, left, right, and center. I was like, hey, wait, what is going on here? What have I done? What is happening to my baby? What is happening? Is it to me that something is happening to, or is it the baby? I was so confused. So the doctors were so many. One of them, the one that wants to attend to me, they'll just introduce themselves. Baby's heart rate is not good. So one of the female doctors that came, she checked me and she said, baby's head is here. We can feel the baby's head, but you need to push. Let us see whether your push is effective. Oh no, it was a male doctor that did that. He put his hand and he said I should push and see if the push is effective, like whether he can feel it in his hand. So I pushed with the next contraction. He was like, yeah, you have a good push, but now they have to put another what do you call it, monitoring, like a wire intravaginally to the baby's scalp to monitor the baby very well. The one on the belly wasn't doing it anymore, like it's not accurate. So they put that one and then they were monitoring the baby and the doctors were there. The other female doctor said, we can feel the baby's head, but it's not coming. The passage seemed to be too small. She was saying that, and then she said they were going to give me episiotomy. They're going to cut me. And then other doctors in the room, they jacked me up. I don't even know everything was happening so fast. They jacked me, they lifted my waist up. I take it that they were trying to push the baby's head backward, for you to fall backward a bit so that they can get ready for the episiotomy. That's what I take it as. So they pushed my waist up. And then the lady was saying, episiotomy scissors, please. The doctor was saying, episiotomy scissors. I was like, episiotomy. Something that I fear so much. Something that I put in a lot of effort to prevent in this pregnancy. I actually did stuff, to prevent episiotomy. I said, no, I will not allow it to happen. I was so afraid. Don't do like me. Because by the time that I bring in the scissors, I gave the push I pushed with everything in me, with the next contraction that came, I literally pushed and they had to catch the baby. Like they literally dropped me and catch the baby, or like almost mid-air. So, but when my baby came out, he was, stressed, bluish, or will I say ash or something. I was so afraid. I was so afraid. But the thing is, once the baby came out, I literally felt like somebody poured cold water on my body. I felt so cool. But then I was worried about the color of the baby, and they didn't give me the baby immediately. They were like, no, they literally cut the cord. They took the baby, resuscitate, putting baby on oxygen and everything. I was so worried. But these people are so professional, because the doctors, they kept coming to me. They were saying, congratulations, is that your first baby? That's amazing. You actually did well. As those people were taking care of baby, people taking care of me were there as well. I did not even see blood anywhere. By the time I knew what was happening, I didn't see anything. I was expecting for my clothes to be changed. The clothes I wore to hospital for delivery is the clothes that I wore to deliver. I don't know what happened. I did not change clothes. The clothes did not still stain with blood, if you understand what I mean. It was very neatly done. Eventually, and they brought my baby to me when the oxygen saturation, I think it was within like 20 minutes or 30 minutes, they brought baby to me. I was like, oh, oh. I didn't even know how to feel, but it felt good to actually carry my baby. In all, I really thank God. So if you're an expecting mom here, or you're a pregnant one and you're about to deliver, this story is not to get anybody scared, but it's actually to help you to know what to expect, because I actually didn't know what to expect. So when you're pushing, at some point it's going to feel like, oh my God, nobody cares about me. Why is everybody talking about the baby? It's because they know that you're going to be all right. You will be fine. No matter the pain, no matter how you're feeling, you will be fine. So what matters is for the baby to come out. So however you're feeling, follow instructions of the midwife, the doctors, and you will be fine. Okay? So that's my childbirth story. And I hope you enjoyed listening to this story. If you want to hear more stories from me, because I love to tell stories, if you can tell, just put in the comment section what you want me to gist you about next. And also give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Don't come and watch me for free. Oh, don't come and watch. I shouldn't for free. Don't come and watch me without subscribing, please. Subscribe to the channel, and thank you to all my returning subscribers. See you all in my next video. Bye bye.